Just got to put this out there so you know before we get started. Hey. Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I'm your host, of course, Captivating Christian, and along with you all and the lovely brother Nate, who you ladies love. We're about to get into some things, some politics, some world events, and of course, some YouTube mess. So without further ado, first, I would like to welcome you all to CCNTV, otherwise known as Cap Hill. Hopefully, you are enjoying the seats in the luscious balcony because we don't do bushes or anything of that nature on this side of town. But for those of you in the chat, welcome, Patty Duke. Patty, love to say your name. Melissa Scott, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Miss Hogg, thank you so much for coming. JLC, nice to see you. Starbell, nice to see you. What's going on? Global Explorer, hello. And Yell, what is up? How are you? And Brother Nate, just let me know when you're ready so we can get started. All right, so this has been cool. This has been a week, to say the least. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. So we're going to run through a lot of these updates and political news so we can get into some more lighter and funner things.
You mean foolishness, right?
Of course, always foolishness. Good
evening, everybody.
It's never a dull moment, okay? Never a dull moment. But
tis the season.
Right.
Oh, and Merry Dickmas. Merry Dickmas, everyone.
Merry Dickmas to everyone.
Yeah. And when Lynn T comes in, and a happy cannon to you.
All right. Happy cannon. All right. So without further ado, let's just get started and get, of course, the business out of the way. And we always start with these things. Of course, we have some updates, and some of these, of course, you're going to have to be my little guide on this one because I had some written down, but then I was like, another one popped up. I was like, what? No.
Yeah, I'm going to have to have a cutoff time, but that last one was a good one. So
yeah. So being that it was the last one you sent me, I'll make it first. Let's see. So for those of you who may be familiar, may not, there was a Chicago woman whose house was raided by the police, and she was booty butt naked, and they proceeded to let her stand there in her apartment fully naked as she was crying and screaming and all this other kind of stuff. It wasn't until damn near a whole half an hour of her standing around these men completely butt-ass naked till an officer grabbed a sheet and put it around her, and they still treated her like she was a criminal, and they were in the wrong fucking apartment the whole damn time. Her name, I know her last name was Young, Annette Young, who was handcuffed naked for a botched police raid in Chicago, no less. She will be awarded $2.9 million from who else but the city damn council. And this is my issue with this altogether. It's always the victims paying the victims. Like, until these police unions really start having to come out of pocket for the mishandling, the lack of concern and care that these police officers show, and the debauchery that they do in these communities, until they start really paying the price and these pensions start going dry, then that's when the police officers will start to take into account the bullshit that they do. Until then, they will continue to do it because they're not paying for it. We are paying for it. The city people are paying for it. So, of course, the city council has agreed to pay this woman $2.9 million, which I think is far more than what she really got. But I think them lawyers got some too, which, I mean, of course, it is what it is. But my whole gripe with that is that it shouldn't be. These police unions need to be forking the bill for a lot of these mistakes that they do, when these police officers step out of line or they fuck up. They should not get a, well, oops, well, we were still looking for a criminal, or we were still looking for someone. No. You was in the wrong place. You treated her with no kind of humanity. She sat there completely naked in front of all these men. It was nothing but all men. There was not a woman in sight. And they stood there and looked at her and talked around her as she stood there completely naked in the middle of the night. Just truly ridiculous. So I definitely applaud the city, for awarding her that money. But at the same time, I am then looking at the city like, well, hell, what is that doing? That's not making or holding the police unions accountable for this mistake. That's, again, letting them off the hook by letting the victims pay her restitution. Ridiculous. Any thoughts before I move on from there?
I was laughing at Patty Duke. And also remember too that Lori Lightfoot denied even knowing anything about it. And there were emails on that, so that brought down her credibility. But there should have been a couple of firings or some demotions, especially for the background people that would normally check the background of the houses that they're planning on raiding to see who's actually in there. Because you just don't roll up to somebody's house with weapons drawn, and they're not even dressed.
Right in the middle of the night.
Anybody would have known that she was a single woman in there alone, and the information that they got was from a suspect that they had in custody, and he gave them the wrong information.
Right.
I think she should have got more money.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Definitely should have got more money, but I do get them probably keeping it on the low, and we don't know how much maybe she's gotten. That's the public amount. That's the public.
Yeah, but she did have another suit, but they
she did have another suit.
They denied it, but there still should be more.
Mm-hmm.
At least nobody was killed.
Right. Yeah. Thank God for that.
Mm-hmm.
But we shouldn't even have to even be thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the lack of respect for Black life that is the issue here when people say Black Lives Matter, because that is the issue, that we have to sit here and say, well, thank God nobody was killed, because the norm is somebody getting killed for a botcherous mistake that, if you fact checked, if you did any research, you would have known, oh, well, that's not the right address. No, you go in there guns a-blazing because you looking for something. You know what I'm saying? You're looking to either find some drugs, find something to hang your hat on. But
not only that, the psychological damage that's done. Now you no longer feel safe in your own home.
Right. But again, that's not even considered, because we're not looked at as even this is something they deal with every day in their community. So, it's no big deal. They should be used to this.
Oh, they just lucky they didn't roll up on the right motherfucker.
Exactly. Exactly. They would have been butt naked, busting caps in their ass.
Caps.
Then,
there've been a lot of bussing.
Right.
Oh, hell yeah. A lot of bussing.
I'm not even going there with you right now. All right. So in other updated news, the killer of George Floyd, Derek Chauvin, is expected to plead guilty in violating the George Floyd civil rights. Okay. Like, what does that mean? Is he going to get more time? That's all I want to know. Like, is he going to get more time? Is this going to be extra added stuff onto a sentence? Because, of course, you were found guilty in killing him. So, of course, you violated his civil rights. So, where's the surprise? I'm still waiting for the other defendants who participated in all this. I'm waiting for them to see what their sentence is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's why, too. Because, he only has to do 15 years.
Right.
On his first. So
on his first, right.
I guess he's going to try to come out in 15 years.
Yeah.
and they didn't want to. The other officers did not want to be tried with him. Period. They wanted to keep totally separate.
No, because because even the one that just ended, they were trying to do that too because they know that it would bring everybody down. Everybody would kind of be found guilty. Ahmaud Arbery, I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
In the Ahmaud Arbery case, the pedophile who was videotaping it.
He's a pedophile?
Yeah, they had video when they confiscated his phone for the video. They found in his hard drive on his computer.
He had pictures of honey
pictures of underage.
Get out of here.
Girls. Yes. So of course,
how did I miss it? I missed that. I really missed that one.
That was the real reason why he turned over the video as evidence, because when they went snooping around, they pulled it and it was like, oh, so then he started looking like, well, we're about to really charge you. He starts singing like, well, I didn't know what was going on. I just saw the man running, so yeah. But
wow, that is crazy. Yeah, I totally missed that one. I guess it's just so much other stuff that was going on with that case. I don't know why they didn't really play on it too much either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Prayers, of course.
He was singing like Jussie Smollett on a cold Chicago day, huh?
Yeah, just not sounding like a Billy Groat. This sounding like something else like that. with a white powdered donut substance on his nose.
Tis the season.
The bathhouse. So real quick, also prayers go out to the people in Kentucky during this tornado. But it is really funny how, I don't know, I want to be nice when I say this, but when red states get these disasters and they're so against government funding and government aid, that when these disasters hit these red politician states that are so against government fundings and handouts and all this other stuff that they claim to be against, they're the first ones screaming, oh, we need some help, oh, we need some aid. Why you can't pull together the money in your own state and work it out? Since that's what you promote, isn't it? Isn't it you promote saying the government's too big, always giving out handouts and all this other kind of bullshit? Then do it. Go ahead, Rand Paul. Fix it. Fix Kentucky by yourself.
Oh, yeah. Because he voted against Superstorm Sandy, Harvey.
Fix it. Fix it your damn self. You voted against every single disaster that has hit every other state when Congress was pushing to send funds to that state. So now that it's your state, you got your hand out. I really wish people would really have the balls to say, I'm sorry, Kentucky, we can privately send people to areas and some funds to areas, but as far as government assistance, he got it, and let the people really see that all that shit they be talking in DC and pumping the people's head up full of shit, when shit really goes down, who are you looking at to help you and bail you out? The government, right? So cut the bullshit. Stop all this. The government's too big. We spend too much money. Because when it's people who have the money, they don't mind giving them extra money. But when people don't have, or they have a disaster, then we're counting pennies. Which I'm totally like, the fuck is going on here? But yeah, Rand Paul, he's a clown anyway. Yeah,
well, they need to keep reminding everyone of what he has done, what he wanted to do to other states.
Right. Even fellow Republicans.
He's standing there looking stupid.
Right. Looking like a dumbass.
Good evening, everybody who's coming in.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone coming in. Please hit that thumbs up button. It does help, guys. Believe it or not. So please hit that. Other news, it's not really an update, but it is some news. Georgia Trump supporters are replacing Black election officials. Basically what that means is, of course, the election officials are a board, and they come together. They decide, how many people they're going to have at the polls and all that extra stuff. As far as counting is concerned, they bring the people in. They set up the places where the votes are going to be counted. All that stuff. So Georgia has been so butthurt, and I mean anal butthurt with no lube, since Trump has lost this election. That they have made it
sounds dry,
very dry. They have made it their business, and I mean their absolute business, to get rid of Black folks out of the election process. Yeah, so totally.
That's like crazy white people. Is it kind of close?
Yeah. That's it's just what it is. They just got, they see Stacey Abrams approaching, because she is.
You're right.
She's going to run for governor again, and they are trying to lock it down. So they have been getting rid of Black pollers who are in charge of certain districts polling, so they can rig the election, because they don't have Governor Kemp working as the Secretary of the State this time, to then still be Secretary of State as he's running, so he can still control who the winner is, as he did. So yeah, that's something to definitely look into and know that it's happening.
Yeah, they definitely have to stay on top of that. Make sure you check your eligibility,
right?
Because they're purging, they're pulling out all the stops,
right? So
now that's the state also that Herschel Walker's running for one seat.
Is that the Herschel? Yeah.
The football.
He's running. Warnock has to run again, of course, because this was a one-term thing for him. Yeah, so he has to run again. He's back on the ballot. And some other people. So definitely check your registration. Make sure you are still registered, because I'm telling you, it is real out here. Granted, we can always say, and this is always the argument that, our vote doesn't count, and this, that, and the other. Like, look around you. If your vote didn't count, they wouldn't be trying to do so much to get rid of
what they're trying to do.
I just don't understand. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, yes, I get it that we have so much voting power and we don't utilize it in the right way. We don't. That is a fact. However, we do have it. And if we don't utilize it in some form, we're going to lose it, and we're going to lose it big. So I just don't, I don't believe in just sitting out the fight and not doing nothing, and just whatever happens, happens, because other people will then become more influential, and they'll get more benefits, and we'll be sitting here still looking with our hands out, as we're looking at, the Asian crime bill and Mexicans crossing the border getting funds. Yet at the same time, this man, who, granted, nobody thought he was the second coming of Barack Obama in white skin. If you did, you were sadly mistaken.
The lie you tell yourself.
Right. Has confirmed that he is not extending student loans. Now, whoever.
Oh, yeah. That should have been. You should have did a double. Gotcha, bitch. Because that motherfucker was nuts.
Who thought they were going to do that? First of all, just off the economics of the whole thing, student loans are one of the second largest money grabs in the United States. Besides just whatever else is first, student loans is definitely second. So they're going to make sure they get their money, because they need their money. And who they're coming from their money for? The poor folks. So yeah, that was definitely like I wouldn't surprise.
February 1st, correct?
Right.
That starts back up February 1st.
February 1st. So
I hope you save some of that PPP loan money.
Right. I hope you saved up, because they coming for it. So hope you ain't spent too much of it. So if you didn't, and there's the ways to get around it. But if you didn't get around it, trust and believe, they coming for you.
No, crank up those OnlyFans pages again.
Do something. Get it together. Please don't show your penis, though. Jesus Christ. Not everybody wants to see that. Yeah. So also, too, you sent me this article. I thought it was very interesting. I did read it. In Georgia, another case of Georgia, there was modern day slavery in Georgia. again, immigrants. They a lot of these farmers were racking up immigrants, basically paying them pennies on the dollar,
if anything at all.
if anything at all, holding their green cards hostage or their visas, actually having them live on the farm in the most disgusting, really sad, really poor conditions. I mean, trailers where there were about 20 people living in them. I mean, just really disgusting, inhumane things. 24 people have been indicted. Of course, no one has been named. But my whole thing is, even when you sent me the article, after I read it, my first question to you was, who on the inside?
Oh, probably all of them knew. It's Georgia.
Who has this information? No, I'm thinking like who has this information where they can be like, okay, well, that, let's get these immigrants. We can get,
I have a group of them for you.
High up, like we talking about State Department, you know what I'm saying? Like I just, that part of it for me is always like, they never mention those folks ever. And I wonder why the people who are high up, who obviously, feed this information to a lot of these other states to participate in this bullshit, kind of get cover. I just never understood that.
All
but yeah,
who they all play the game.
Right.
And the most unsuspecting people are people coming in that know nothing about it.
Right. Hell, talk about it. That was the same reason too. Because I was like, I can't do this again. I'll be broke for the rest of my
life. Yeah,
I'll be broke.
Sure did.
I can't.
I'd be like, shit.
Yeah, that was crazy. Let's see. North Carolina delays the 2020 primaries, giving redistricting challenges. Again, not surprised on that.
And gerrymandered so damn much.
Yeah. We're really trying to chop it up. I mean, there are some people leaving Congress because they know they can't win this go around. You're like Devin Nunes.
I gotta say, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, Devin Nunes is one that is leaving. He's a Trump kiss-asser. He is leaving to go be a CEO of Trump's new media company, but he's really leaving because his district has been chopped up and it is far more Democratic than it is Republican, and he won't win it. So instead of losing, he's gonna leave, and he's leaving like shortly, like even before the year is up. Other than that, white Pittsburgh man who was accused of planting a bomb during a Black Lives Matter protest has pleaded guilty. It looks like a crazy white man. Again, surprised. Looks like a whole crazy road lizard. Like, not even surprised at that. This one was interesting too. You sent me this earlier in the week about why won't he mail out free COVID tests to Americans, period. And I just thought,
I forgot all about that one.
Yeah. I thought initially, good question, but then all the red tape of tracking that, and even though they do track it now, but if
they did the home ones, I was saying, if they didn't track it, and they weren't doing cross-referencing anyway of who you may have come in contact with. The main thing, if it was a rapid test that you did at home and it gave you the results, then you could go ahead and follow up. Right. Where you would already have a test here at home. Oh, I don't feel well. Instead of me coming out, going to wherever to get tested. Right. Let me do this, and do it. Just do it that way. It would be a whole lot easier.
Yeah. No, I see that point. I just thought that with the way the mail system was going with DeJoy, and
you wouldn't have got it. We all have smallpox by then.
Yeah. And then if it was a test where you didn't know your results like right then and there, like a rapid test, then you'd have to mail that back.
Oh, no, God knows everything needs to be done right there at
like a
home.
rapid test.
You don't have to do any back and forth. Then all the tests would come back wrong. Somebody would be sleeping on the job.
So that was my concern.
They'll have immigrants doing the testing and everything else.
That would be such a mess, and these Republicans would make it a mess.
Oh, hell yeah.
On purpose.
Yes.
So they can, of course, hang their hat on that.
Like I said, if it was just a self-contained, easy test, we just look at the results, 15 minutes or whatever, you get the results.
Right.
And then you can decide to do whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah. But of course, that's not the way. It's too much like right.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Too easy to be right. Real quick, I think there was one also, which again, I'm not surprised. Florida, our favorite Governor DeKiss-ass, DeSantis. Again, why are we not surprised? I don't even know why people do articles on him and his policy or his cabinet picks, because who is surprised? Okay, so then they're worried now that nobody in his cabinet is black. His current pick, his current judicial pick for Hillsborough judicial pick is not a person of color, a black person or a person of color. Again, why are you surprised? People show you who they are, believe them. He called that man Gillum a monkey. Don't monkey it around. Like, what I'm saying? As much as we try to oh, he didn't mean it. No, I mean, to even say it, you already knew what you were trying to infer. The people knew exactly what that meant.
But it meant
because you didn't need to say anything else. All you needed to say was, hey, your vote matters, or we need not to have the same type of politics or Obama politics or whatever you could have said. But when you said monkey and this man is black.
Yeah, we knew exactly what you meant.
We knew exactly what you meant.
Hey, Tanari, how you doing, babe?
And so did your people. Hey, what's going on, Tanari? How are you? Are you sniping from the balcony? No. Because I at least like to see the comments, because sometimes, I'll give you time a little bit, but not too much. Let's see. I think that was it for the most part, unless I'm missing something other than the Baltimore guy. That was crazy. This Baltimore man, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. I just watched it not too long ago this afternoon. Basically, he was on Facebook Live, and Facebook Live has become another what is this? What is this really for? Because it's been a lot of killings, a lot of promoting killings on this type of thing. But basically, this Baltimore man was on Facebook Live, basically discussing that his ex-wife, he's been going through a custody battle with his ex-wife over his two daughters. He alleged that the ex-wife had accused him of sexually abusing the children. However, other reports show that they were basically reporting that he was abusive. The ex-wife was reporting that he was abusive and threatened to kill her. The girlfriend also reported that he was abusive. She told him that she was pregnant and that he would not see his child. And I think there was another girlfriend or somebody else who also reported. So it was 3 women who had reported.
See what happens when you trying to run all these women? You lose your goddamn mind.
Yeah. And they all Asian. But it was 3 women who had reported incidences with him, and they pretty much went unanswered for the most part. Now, it shows a lot of flaws in the system, but definitely prayers go out to the 2 young kids. They lost both their parents because not only did he shoot the girlfriend in the head, he then drove from Baltimore to Columbia, waited for the ex-wife to come home while he had the 2 girls in the car, and then killed their mother, and then killed himself. I mean, just ridiculous. Like, as you know, we get in this holiday thing, let's not forget there are a lot of people out here that are really, really sick. And the sad thing about our community, and the reason why I'm even bringing this up, is that we do not take mental health seriously. We laugh and joke, we crack and we whatever, a lot of this stuff that goes on. But the reality is there are a lot of sick people out here that need help.
And on here.
and on here, yes, that really need help. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we need to take a break from the picking and really like help. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing, again, to crack a joke about the background or whatever else is going on. But when you actually see mental disorder like flat on in front of your face, step back a minute. Because if you keep picking at it, then obviously it's something mentally wrong with you. And again, it says a lot more about you, which I've said before, than it does about the person. So, yeah, on that mental health note, please, like, we need to start taking this seriously. A lot of our people suffer from it. You can be strong and seek help. It is okay. I wish people stop making mental health as some kind of weakness, because the only weakness is those who do not seek help. But for those who do seek help and counseling, more power to you. I'm sure there are people even on here. I know the Information Man show, he does mental health. You know what I'm saying? There are people out here that you can reach out to that can either help you find someone to talk to kind of get that under control, or just reach out to people and see what kind of connections. But we need to get this under control, because this is not going away. This is really not going away. And it is sad that, we have so many fronts against us, especially as Black men. We're already seen as deviant and monsters and all this other kind of stuff. And to have anything else extra added on, it's like, damn, you don't even have a moment to just be. It's always something on you. And I think, the best thing that we can do is make sure that we are, guarding ourselves and protecting ourselves and taking care of ourselves.
Taking ourselves seriously.
Right. Yeah, definitely at all times. And taking, when you see it, seriously and not as a joke, because it really is something serious. So yeah, definitely we need to do that. Anything else before?
I hope you meant those elderly people up in Congress.
Oh yeah, I mean, it needs to be term limits in Congress. And sorry to jump from one thing to another, but since you talked about that, it needs to be term limits in Congress. Like, I love Auntie Maxine, but I was about to say the B word. But at 80 some odd years old, really seriously, like, are you really paying? I mean, even Nancy Pelosi, can you really sit through? Can you really sit through 500, 600 page, 1,000-page bill and really go through it line by line? Are you really doing that? No, you're not. You got some young 20-year-old going through it, hoping to one day become or do whatever. That's who does that. All y'all do is
all those interns that they have running around up there.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're not really doing the job, thank you for your service. Thank you for your time. You can even sit back and train somebody else. But like, move the hell out the way. Y'all made enough money. But this is all about, again, money grabs. It's really about the money. It's not even about anything else. Yeah, these lawmakers sitting there wearing Depends, got big ass diapers, like sitting there
making laws,
looking crazy. I mean, it just don't make no sense. Just move out the way, please. Just move out the way and let other people, move on. So I just think it's better that way. I think we could really get some things done, because there are a lot of people who are rising in Congress who have lived life. You know what I'm saying? They didn't start it in the 60s and 70s, and all of a sudden now they're still in Congress, and you done made buku amount of money. If you pass away tomorrow, God forbid, your family at least gonna walk away with $2 million. $100. That's not even mentioning anything.
So greedy.
Right. That's not even mentioning anything on the side deals that you may have had going on, any of that. We just talking about just straight flat out. Nancy Pelosi herself, her family comes from money. So it's like, what are you doing this for? If you're really doing it for the people, then you would actually do it for the people.
Yeah, they definitely need term limits.
Yeah, they do. They really
excuse
do.
the expression. I'm tired of these motherfuckers shuffling across the hallway floors. They're ridiculous.
Either that or on scooters or some shit. I just over it. What else? I think was that it? I think that was it. I think that was all the notes I had. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. That was about it. All right, so now it's about that time. All right, so let's get into some YouTube stuff. I'm just trying to figure out. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for coming in. Where do I start? I don't even know. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just so much. For one,
just pick up one and start. As this is the continuation.
Right. This is the continuation from all that debauchery that happened, with the ride. And Rico and official D spot. And I'm only laughing because I'm thinking about that name that Sir King gave. I will say this. It happened. Let's move on. I think Rico, I love Rico, and Rico knows this, and I'm always, if you ever watch his videos, when he's talking, if it's me mentioned, I've always pouring positivity into, just because I feel like that, hey, you gotta have, there has to be some voice there pushing that, hey, this may be a moment, but there's something more to come of this, but you have to want the more. And I, I get feelings are hurt, and I get people, get hurt and do hurtful things. But at some point, you got to be able to step back and say to yourself, am I allowing that? Like, you have to take accountability for some of it and say, am I allowing some of this? Am I allowing some of this negativity through my own actions? Whether it's, what you're doing. I recently heard that he has pawn bombed some people, which, I mean, great, granted, dandy, whatever.
I believe it was Ask April.
Ask April, I heard it was Tracy, and I think that was the only two. But either way, and then I was listening in the clouds. I think it was Brianna. She was asking or wanted to ask if it was Jay Wilson, if Jay Wilson was one of them. And that would be interesting because his whole channel got shot because of that. So I thought that was that would have been an interesting question to know if that happened. But he's had so many channels. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've gone through the losing your channel, getting it back, losing your channel, getting it back. So you have support, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a clear sign that you have support, that every channel that you have gotten, you were able to get back to 1,000.
Yeah.
In a week, 2 weeks.
I was going to say it takes him no time.
That's what I'm saying. No time to do this. So I'm just like, if you have support, all right, cool. Take that support and kind of grow with it. All right, come on. You done your mess. All right. But you just because you're 30 don't mean you're a baby. You're still a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? Like you may be the young one in the bunch of content creators that are popular in a sense, but you're not young. So there needs to be a change. You know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be some sort of growth. And that's my wish for you for this new year. Like it's time to grow. It is time to grow. You don't necessarily gotta, be somebody that you are not, but certain things it's time to elevate because it just looks a lot like it's the same thing over and over and over. It's very repetitive, and it's starting to get a bit like
the shit ain't cute. Just come out and say it. The shit ain't cute.
Yeah.
It's not. You're too fucking old to be doing this dumb shit.
Yeah, very too old to be doing.
It's
a
not
lot
cute.
that
Not
you're doing.
cute at all.
No, it's not. But I mean, at the same token, though, it's really not cute for the people though who antagonize it. It's not cute there either. I see a lot of that too. And it's like, well, damn, how old are you? You know what I'm saying? Like at some point when you're old enough to impart wisdom and all you doing is picking, come on. It just looks crazy. It looks real crazy. But
I just don't want it to come back once he finally gets out of this phase that he's in, or digs himself out of this phase that he's in, that it comes back and bites him in the ass. Something pops up to stand in your way. Right. Because you're not thinking
long term. Yeah.
And it can come back and bite you in the ass.
With vengeance. It can come back so bad. I mean, you could get something to where in which it can catapult you into television or media, whatever it is that you're really trying to do, and that could stop you because they can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? They don't know.
And it'll be somebody that screenshot it,
right.
that'll dig it up and pull that shit out. Don't think just because YouTube snatches your channel down and all your shit is gone that it's actually gone.
It's gone. No, somebody's always got a screenshot of it. Somebody always has a screenshot.
You're right, but it has to be him to do it.
It's
past that stage now.
Yeah,
because he's old enough. He's just not going to listen to anybody.
Yeah.
And
he has to want to do it. So that's my prayer that you get to a place where you want to do it for yourself. Other than that, what else was it that I wanted to talk about real quick? There was something else. I just missed it. It was on the tip of my thing. I've heard Pizarro's daughter had grabbed her phone and went live.
Are you surprised?
No,
because I'm sure that's all she sees. So it looks like fun.
This is all she hears. This is all she sees. This is everything. You know what I'm saying? So I am not surprised. It's unfortunate, yes, because people will then take screenshots and do all that kind of stuff to then draw attention to it and make you put that out there. I guess that you're an unfit parent or whatever. But again, we have to be mindful of the things we do around children. Their influence, there's influence. You are the first person they see. If they're looking for any kind of role model, it is their parent first. Be it good, bad, or indifferent, you are their first role model. Period. Now they'll, go through life and have a teacher that they idolize or, something else or a star or a person. But the core person, that
it's you.
It's you. You know what I'm saying? So again, accountability has to play a part here. And I know a lot of people ain't gonna like it, and it may be drag, whatever y'all kind of call it. But the truth is the truth. And the reality is, yes, you have to be mindful of all that you draw up in the wee hours of the night when you think, oh, the kids are in bed.
They know what you're
do
doing.
Whatever. They know what you're doing. They're listening. They're doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? And this was just a clear sign to you that they're listening, they're watching, they know exactly what you're doing and how to do it.
No, here's the funny part. They know it better than you do. You're struggling to do it, and it comes as second nature.
Right. It comes just as natural. And not only that, she's willing to show herself. She ain't even use Avatar. So she's already got one up on you. But again, in all seriousness, I just feel like that was an unfortunate situation that, we have to do better. Granted, I'm not a parent. However, I, have tons of nieces and nephews and godchildren that, I always get a phone call or a thing. And so I get it. But we just need to do better. We need to do better in supporting our kids. And maybe not everything is meant for, children to see and watch.
Whatever happened to your children being sent out the room when there's adults talking and things?
This is things like that. I mean, but that is lost on younger parents and younger generation. They include their children and sit around and smoke and drink and do all these things.
All that stuff in front of
that never happened. As I'm growing up, that never happened. I mean, when other family members came over, it was, hey, you was happy to see him. A few minutes later, you got that look like, get the hell out of here. Go outside, go do something with yourself.
Yeah, grown folks always get grown folks talking.
Get out of grown folks' business, and you had to leave. And there was no coming back. I mean, you try to be like, oh, I want to go get something to drink. Oh, I want to hurry up and get in and get out of here. But it was never you can sit down and actually listen to conversations and have an input on grown folks' things. I just
you want to give TC and Patty Duke the Cliff Notes version of what we're talking about, just in case you missed it in the beginning.
Sure. There was a clip going around of what's her name? The Intel girl. They call her Pizza, but is it whatever her name is? Whatever the girl's name is, I don't know. But anyway, her daughter grabs her phone and went live. Okay. Showing her whole face and everything. And immediately people went to screenshotting it and all this other kind of stuff. And I just feel like it's unfortunate that that we do everything in front of our kids. I think some things should just be, left away from children. Because then you can't get mad when people then talk about your child, because you then without you knowing, your child is then introduced, but they're introduced from your habits. They're watching you. They're watching every move you make. When you
listening, they ear hustling
like they're listening like a mofo. So when you're going back and forth and all this other kind of stuff, they're taking all that in. So it's just like I don't know.
Go ahead, Tanari.
Do you have permission for what? I'm sure you have permission to do what? Oh, okay. I don't know what that was about, but okay. Sure. Whatever it is, you have permission. But anyway, right along from that, I was watching Beefing 313 with Troy Allen, and he was discussing Dee. Is it Dee Love? I think it's Dee Love. I think it's Dee Love. I think that's her name. I've watched her once before. I watched her a few times. I usually can't really catch her because most of the time when she's going live is really early in the morning, and I'll be trying to get my last little minutes before I gotta, go to work. So I'll be listening, but I really won't participate. But apparently, the not so handsome, no news person out of that place who always talk about somebody being messy, but is in more bitch shit than a little bitch, had some words to say for her when she was giving him constructive kind of like, hey, brother, why are you always, in the midst of shit, or whatever you're doing as a man, you should be getting a job. You should be supporting your family. You should be doing this. I mean, granted, you can take it and be immature about it, or you could have been a man and really took it and, been like it, because she wasn't like it was in any disrespectful way. Not until at least, you had all the words that you did have for her, which I didn't listen to, but I'm sure it was a plethora of deplorable words, because I've heard the way you talked about other women, so I can just imagine. And then she responded. She responded with this song, this reggae song that, you're basically not a man, you're still a boy, and just basically called it all out. I mean, as a man, you are to support your family. You sitting at home being a mom, dad, driving around in something that's not yours, doesn't have your name in it, or you not having something that is in your name, you need to step your game up. And that's just fact. I mean, there's no shade or nothing in that. You set the example, period. Now, whether the kid is yours or not, I don't know, don't care. But if there's a child in there, you set the example. So how
your kids are watching you.
Right. How you treat her and her mother, or him and his mother, however it is, however many children it is, I don't know, again, don't care. But however you treat her and them, they will then know that's how they should be treated. So if they think that it's cool to be dating someone who sits on YouTube getting in women's business and then be the first one talking about somebody else's messy, that's what they're gonna grow up to want to date, somebody that sits on YouTube or plays video games, and the only thing that you do, I guess, that's constructive or parent like is drop and pick up from school. I mean, okay. But anyway, she had very positive things to say, very positive. And like I say all the time too, she said it too, that, all that you're saying is really not a reflection of her. It's a reflection of you. Because if somebody is just really, being genuinely positive to, hey, maybe you shouldn't be involved in this. Why are you always involved in the he said, she said, when it's she said, and it's he in the middle? Why are you always involved in that? And it's a good question. Why are you always involved in it? And she touched on some other things too, that, a lot of people play sides on this. It's like, oh, I don't really know him because, team A don't like him or her, then I don't like that B either. And it's like, first of all, know people for yourself. As an adult, as a grown-ass person, you should know somebody for yourself. Now, whether you choose to engage with them further, that's your business. But please, all this high school bullshit of that one don't like you because I heard this and I heard that. Come on, have several seats, because you sound stupid. You look dumb. It just looks extra retarded. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
I have nothing to say. I don't think you left anything out.
Oh.
You good.
I just wanted to add something. But that was good. You can check out both. You can check out Troy Allen's Beefing 313. You can check out his reaction video to her video, and you can check out the full video with Miss Didi Love on her thing. I advise you to give it a good click and a view. It was nice. It wasn't malicious. It wasn't me. I know people are so used to people always throwing bullshit at them that they can't take nothing positive or nothing kind of, this is meant for you, to encourage you, not to demean you, not to make you look some type of way, not to be shady. It's to encourage. But everything is always taken the negative. And again, it shows, it speaks louder to the mentality of the people. Like, come on, like, what is your IQ that you can't hear something and take things that are for you. And as a man, you can't really take that from a woman. Says a lot about the type of man you are. And that's all I'm going to say. So you can talk all that I'm a man, I'm a straight man bullshit all day long, but that's all I'm going to say. Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
I'd like to wish everybody a happy Dickmas. Merry Dickmas. Merry Dickmas. Hey, everybody coming into the chat.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody?
We see you.
Yes, we do see you. In the words of Stomp Down, I see you, baby. I see you. Even though he don't do the noise no more. No, which y'all done talked about the noise.
The noise.
I enjoyed it, but I thought it was funny. But whatever. Yeah, I see you guys. But thank you for coming and stopping by and hanging out with us. But on other news, as far as the YouTube stuff is going on, yeah, so it looks like QB and 5Bay will not be going to Baltimore to the courthouse, which is not too far from either one of us. You know, see this whole thing going down, which I mean, personally, I really didn't think it was a good look for them to do it anyway. Because I figured, you know, that's kind of asking for a whole VS situation to go down for no reason, because that's just dumb. Security or not, I mean, you're right there by the damn headquarters of the police. You live in a whole different state. This could really hem you up in a way that you don't want to be even things. So I didn't think that was a good idea. So I do appreciate that maybe some cooler heads had evolved and said, you know what, maybe not. Now, whether or not they was going to do it in the first place, I don't know. I'm not even going there. Everybody's always, oh, they were just doing it for a money grab. Maybe not. Maybe they were really going to go, because if you think about it, they do have fans or people that watch them in that area too. And if they were really going to do a money grab, then why wouldn't they not just do a money grab with a meet and greet? I mean, put two and two together, do the math. Duh.
Might as well. You're here.
Duh.
And you know, people would have showed up.
Sir, are you ready, sir? I don't want to pop you on with it. Okay, thank you, sir. All right. Hey, how you doing there, sir? Nice to see you.
Welcome. Hey, good evening, Nate. Good evening, and everybody in the chat. Enjoying the show. I just had a quick question, and I put it in the chat. I don't know if you saw it, but it was suggested by a content creator that perhaps Pizza's, whatever the young lady's name is, I mean no respect, but that was not actually her daughter, but that could have possibly been Pizza herself.
Oh.
And so then she went on to explain how Pizza talks in a very childish, kind of kiddyish way, would call everybody best friend, and her topics. And so she went on an elaborate explanation that perhaps that was actually Pizza.
I mean, granted, it's a different type of atmosphere over there with the intels, but I don't.
And the source that I'm quoting is Miss 5Bay herself. That's a theory she floated on her show earlier today. And
see, I had missed that. I had missed that whole theory. So but no, I don't necessarily agree with that theory. I don't think it was, but I can understand from some of the atmosphere in that. But no, I don't think so.
Yeah, and then of course, Pizza's saying that is not anybody in her family. But if it isn't, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, you got kids; they get into stuff. You can't watch them 24/7.
Yeah, that part is true. That part is true. We do know that kids get into stuff, but also do note that kids are influenced by the things that you do. So you know, they're watching. You know, and you do have to be. You know, you do have to notice that they are watching, and you have to be aware of that. So you can't always just, you know, sometimes you just gotta lock it down, even if that means lock your phone or make sure, you know, you're keeping tabs on your stuff, on what they're doing.
And I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And as a father of 5 grown children, that's when I pull out my favorite line: "Do as I say, not as I do."
Right. Right.
Well, you know, these children do as you say sometimes, but as you do all the time. So, you know, I can't.
Yeah. Or you gonna copy? You're gonna copy the good stuff I do. Why you only copying the bad stuff I do?
Well, the bad stuff gets more views as they see.
Anyway. Hey, I'm enjoying the conversation. Thanks for letting me hop up. I'm gonna get back to what I'm doing, and y'all have a good night. All right.
All right. Sure. You too.
All right. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye. Good meeting you.
All right. Hey, what's going on, Rebel? Nice seeing you, sir. Yeah, about he's still waiting for his rag, his apricot colored rag.
Getting close now. You know, I can't depend on the postal system to get it here on time now.
Right. What is he supposed to do for Christmas?
I know.
Up the skeet rag.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a prank cloth.
Yeah. Might burn it. Don't be careful. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. I think that was pretty much it. I mean, that was pretty much it that I really came across that I was like, oh, that's interesting. Am I curious to see what's going to happen with Sean Bradley and Rita's kids? No, not really. Whatever happens, happens. It'd be unfortunate if, you know, one party won't be able to actually bring up enough evidence to support their case, because you'll be looking like the Larry Reed and what's his face situation, and you see how that turned out. So talking shit on here comes with the price, you know. So you gotta be careful.
It done bled over into the real world.
Yeah. But you keep it up, it's gonna bleed over really bad. And you know, people who utilize this for a sense of either extra income or whatever kind of income it could be taken away. So, you know, be mindful that all this comes at a price. So
make those backup channels.
Right.
Make those backup channels.
But I mean, even if you're making up backup channels, the more you push to you know, get the outside world's attention, especially in the realm of the courts, this all is going to start dripping down to state lawmakers, to, you know what I'm saying? And eventually, hey, you're going to, it's not going to look pretty. A lot of people are going to be out of the equation. Yes, for Dickmas. Yes, Mr. Scott. What is he going to do for Dickmas?
Yeah, she was talking about that new hire employee that she had over there. The woman announced that she was on her cycle and that she did not have any drawers on. Okay.
What?
Yes.
Ew.
At the taco place. Ugh.
Oh. Give it an extra red sauce.
Oh. Ew. I'd have rolled up a burrito and gave it to her. Say, here, use this.
Right.
Oh, that was
it's extra absorbent. Yeah. A flour tortilla. Put this in there.
She was saying it's just so hard to get to hire, you know, good people.
Yeah, good people.
That you know, you have a lot of unstable.
They're not paying. I mean, granted, they have all these advertisements of like teamwork. Because I just saw one at the Sheets. Not too far from me. They're like 15 for an associate. They're looking for an assistant manager at almost damn near 20. But it's like, are you really doing that? The person does have to stay there for like damn near 6 years, but 6 months to a year before they actually get that.
Well, it could be like that candle company over there in Tennessee that was destroyed in that tornado. The employees, they were threatening the employees' jobs if they left to go home.
Well, Amazon,
and I think that's why you have I think that's why you have so many people resigning from their jobs.
Right.
Because they're just like, you know, making money is not worth my life.
Right. It's not you know, all.
And you're putting in all these kind of ridiculous hours and things like that.
Right.
And these people don't give a shit about you.
No,
you know?
They really don't. They don't care nothing about that. Hey, what's going on, Rebel? Hello? Rebel.
Hey, Cap. Hey, Nate.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I wanted to chime in on this whole Baltimore thing. You know what? We have to be aware as content creators. There are people. It depends on what type of atmosphere you foster on YouTube. Sometimes because there could be people wanting to just do something to you simply because of their they have a fave that you've fallen out with, or they feel you've done something to them, and people are crazy.
Yeah,
and it's unnecessary. It's just, I think that's I can understand people taking themselves out of possible danger because you're not going somewhere where you're familiar with.
Yeah. Well, and truthfully, let's just call a thing. There are content creators that egg shit on to get people to actually go to these places where other content creators are and do shit and then act like they didn't do nothing.
Oh yeah, they definitely instigate it. They do instigate. They know with your platform, there are people that hang on to your every word.
Yeah,
you know, there's instability on both sides.
Right.
Yes, definitely.
So
with your platform. Oh, hold on. Okay.
Have me down in the background.
I had my laptop and I'm on my phone, but
he had men's in the back.
What?
He checking on them back orders.
See, that's it right there. That's it.
Why Lindsay not here.
Right.
You got her working overtime. You
got her working overtime. Christmas orders.
You know what? You know, I think that, and the thing is, the more salacious you are, and the more drama that you're in, you're going to get more numbers.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's evident. Even with the situations where I have had to address people, I get far more numbers when I address folks than when we just talking about this type.
You spaz out,
right? Which is fine, because occasionally you're gonna know that he's not. Somebody done got him. What I don't like is when people go, "Oh, I wish you. Oh, I never seen this side of you. Please don't act like it don't exist. It exists for everybody. I am no different."
Right. And
I'm not, my everyday language is not, be this and that. That's not my thing. But please, if I feel, moved to say so or moved to put you in that category, I have no problem putting you there. Okay.
But and some people operate, but the thing is, some people operate at a place like that, and that's their comfort zone. When they're always, and they have very tumultuous lives, and they always, some people just drama fuels them. And that's what, if there's no drama, but it's like, how much drama you have to fight with everyone in this sector to keep it going.
Well, that's because their normal lives are boring. They don't do anything. So this is it. All the popularity that they get, the love and adoration, the worship. That's it. This is it. No, outside of this, they don't get shit. Don't nobody come knocking on the door, seeing how they doing. Nothing. Like, this is it. So yeah, people feed off of a lot of this. So if talking shit and all that kind of stuff is gonna garner people to look at me and worship every word I say, and when I say, Rebel's messy, and people go, yeah, he is. But do you know if he's messy? No, but so-and-so said he was messy, so I believe it. The fuck?
And they can just not like you.
Comment.
Huh?
I said, and then they'll leave you a comment.
Right. Right. And then
because some content creator that's one of their faves have said something disparaging about you, and they just follow blindly.
Yeah. It's very true. Without really knowing for themselves. I just think it's ridiculous.
So what are you guys' plans for Christmas, New Year's? Hello?
Nothing. No. I plan to do a family retreat for Christmas at the place. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want nobody to pop up and be like, "Oh, hey, I didn't know you was gonna be here. I'm here too." No, thank you.
Are you coming your hotel? They be in a wedding gown waiting on you.
No, it's not at a hotel. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah. So family retreat on Christmas, and that's about it. New Year's, I don't know about New Year's yet. I haven't really gotten that far.
Yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas, and New Year's we'll just wing it.
Yeah, like I usually just swing.
I may be having a New Year's Eve party here.
I heard.
So but you know, it's like the person that is, well, I'll host it here, but the person, y'all,
That's what having a party is. You are the host. I don't.
Well, I'm letting him use my place. It's gonna be primarily his party, but
no, that's not unusual for you to let somebody else use your space.
Oh, you wish.
I'm glad you
but
that's not unusual.
Bite me. But
that's
right. Diabetic, so sweet. But yeah, I think that
I don't do sugar.
Oh, you're gonna be missing a foot. But yeah, he's gonna. But the thing is, with him, he always takes on these big. It's like he'll say, "I want to do this," but he'll have like so many things going on at one time that his focus would be off. You know, because so I'm like, okay, listen, I need you to come over here tomorrow, and we see what we need to do, so you can get these tables ordered, you can get the seating ordered. You know, we're gonna have a photographer.
Now, are you gonna have are you having a sit down soiree? Or are we having a stand up kind of?
Well, because I have a back area where the my back deck area is enclosed.
Right.
So he's going to get like a an outside type of heating,
the little lamp thingies.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that
because he's down in Texas. I hope you got a coat.
But now, it's like the weather's. It was like 80, 70 to 75 today.
Well, whatever. Nobody cares. So
don't hate.
So are the people gonna actually go through your house first to get to the outside, or are you?
Well, no, the party will be inside the house.
Okay.
But it's gonna be different areas. Like the outside area is like, I have a wet bar back there, so it could be like a drink setup station.
Okay.
And I have like already a L-shaped outside couch seating. So they're gonna just get a few more chairs and inside because hell, I don't have enough seating for hosting a party like that.
Yeah, I heard you say that. So are you gonna do a bar? Like, are you really gonna do it all jazzy, like with a bartender and maybe a waiter or two, or are you just gonna?
No, we're gonna have. We'll have somebody. One of our friends does drinks.
Okay.
So
I mean, I think New Year's you were gonna jazz it up and have a little bartender, a little waiter. Would you like an hors d'oeuvre?
He got a friend that's gonna bring a bottle of Henny.
See that part right there.
That's not a bartender, but okay.
But I think that, and even with that, I don't like too many people in my personal space sometimes.
So how many people are you planning on?
You mean socially?
Having.
Anyways, what you say, Nate? Brick wall. What you say, Nate?
I said, how many people are you planning on having anyway?
Probably like about 30.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, about 30, something like that. So not too large of a crowd, but
larger than what you're used to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larger than you. But
could never. Okay.
Hey, Nate.
Hey, Rebel.
Nobody cares. So yeah. Well, congratulations.
It's the color, and this, we doing the color scheme and everything. So the colors are red, black, and silver.
Red, black, and silver.
Yeah, well, silver can be accents, but it's like that's the code for dressing. That's the color thing for dressing.
Okay.
Yeah, so and people don't actually have to wear those colors, but
of course.
Right.
Yeah. It sounds like fun. Sounds like good time had by all. So, you know, I wish
of course, always.
That depends on who you ask.
Right.
Well, I wish you
always repeats.
Excuse me? I didn't hear that.
Always repeats.
Oh, okay.
Right. Right.
Let you tell it.
Anyways.
Self-narrated.
Hey, chat. Hey, chat. In my Tim Blaine voice. Hey, y'all. Hey, chat.
Hey, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube. Hey, what's going on, Candy Cane? How are you? But yeah, I just I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wish you all the best with that. That sounds like fun. I'm really not I am a party planner, but in my own space, I don't know. Like a venue, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it in somebody else's.
Yeah, I'll do it in somebody else's.
I want
to go home. I don't want to be cleaning up and doing all that kind of stuff.
Oh, no, but Cap, that was the thing. That was the other thing. I said, listen, people are going to eat off of paper plates. I'm not washing dishes. You're going to have somebody here that's going to be cleaning up because I don't like cleaning up when a large group have left the house like that.
Yeah, so. Okay. Yeah, okay. You be the one. Why?
Oh, no, but he let me tell you something. He spends because for his birthday, when we did the 360, you know, the thing I posted on my community.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Him and his girlfriend did all, but his girlfriend was behind that, and she's gonna be getting stuff together here.
Okay.
But just for that machine, for the few hours, that damn machine was like $1,200.
Yeah, it is expensive. Why you think that lady? Did you see the video with the lady? Her kids was standing on that thing like that. She was running around them in a circle with her phone, taking a picture as they was like making. Yeah, that thing is expensive. And she was doing it the old-fashioned. Okay, whichever way works.
But so they were looking at all that. So I was like, listen, we could listen. If he said, well, what about at the house? Can we have it there? I said, listen, if you get people to clean up and if someone gets too drunk, I'm gonna put them out if they start acting a fool. So, just.
Oh, I guess that would depend on you though. Yes.
Yeah, that'll be bringing a whole bunch of foolishness to that nice, quiet neighborhood.
Right.
The white folks are skittish.
Right. And it's the holidays too, baby.
But y'all, let me tell you, my neighbor that's one house over, he's invited me to numerous parties, and they be having like 50, 60 people in his backyard, and they be having kegs and just yeah.
And so, you haven't gone?
No.
What kind of neighbor are you?
I speak to him, but, I ain't finna get over there and they run a train on me.
Ain't that what you like?
You'll probably say, wait a minute, he has to run to the car to get his bag.
You know what, Nate?
You said I didn't.
Okay, with the skeet rags. But yeah, so guys, but it was definitely, I was telling Lynn T, I'm gonna come over there and catch Cap. Let me come over there and see what's going on Cap Hill.
Well, thank you for coming. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. When I come, you're supposed to always thank me.
And tell her we said Happy Cannon Day.
Right. Tell Lynn T we said Happy Cannon Day. And we will see her on the replay.
I will be sure to let her know that.
All right. And hopefully she got a holiday bonus.
I'm finna go soak my snooch in some water, and I will see you guys later.
More like some alcohol.
Okay, sir.
All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye. He's funny.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I think that's all I got. If you don't have anything, I think that was pretty much it. So like I said, I don't for holidays, that's what I plan to be doing, but I wish you guys have a great and prosperous Merry Christmas. I think there's another one, but maybe not, because now I'm looking at the date, I don't think we have another one scheduled. But just be safe out here. Be safe. And if there's anything that has been kind of on your heart, this would be a good time to kind of let it go or let it out, or speak to that person or reach out to that person. I've been doing that in my wellness for myself. I've been reaching out.
Oh Lord.
To really be like, you know what? As I embark on this new year, this is blah 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 blah. So far, so good.
Okay.
I'm making no promises, but I am,
Are we showing up the 21st?
I mean, I don't have a reason not to, unless you know.
Okay, that's why I thought you were looking at the calendar.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, so you've been trying to get things right, Mr. Scrooge, huh?
First of all, I am far from a Scrooge. I just don't, too much negativity is just not a thing for me. Like it's just not. Drives me crazy. Oh, you got a bone to pick with me. Well, pick it.
Okay.
And don't wait too long, because if you wait too long for a goddamn bone picking, I will totally disregard it. So pick it. Whatever. I doubt you have a bone to pick with me, but anyway. But yeah, we will have a holiday kind of wind down. I don't think we'll probably be doing anything as far as too heavy with news briefly, and then everything else will just be what are we doing and talking about other stuff. So yeah, try to keep it as light as possible, because hung up on you. When that? No, I did not. That was you. Your phone hung up, and when phones hang up on me, I don't call them back. And not that I think that you hung up on me. It's just I figured your phone died, so I just was like, okay, when it charges, she'll call me back or text me back. And you didn't. So don't. Wrong bone. I love you, but wrong bone. It did. We were talking, and it said bloop, and I was just like, oh, well, I guess her phone died. Don't nope me. I did not hang up on you. I would not do such a thing. Does this look like a face that hangs up on people? No. Are you crazy? No, I wouldn't hang up on you. Now, if you got disconnected, I may not call you back. I have a bad thing about calling people back, but
at least you know.
Well, and that's the thing. You know things about yourself, know things about yourself. And it don't be nothing bad to be like, oh, I'm glad that person's off the phone. For me, it just be like, I said what I had to say. I really didn't have nothing else to say. So I'm not gonna call you back. Now when something else is, I need to say, I'll be like, oh, I forgot to tell you this, but it's quite all right. Yeah, but that's it. I really didn't have anything. I don't know if there's any show I watched. Elves.
No, I wasn't going to subject myself to
not it. Even to what I thought, because I really thought it was like some Christmas kind of, like Lifetime Hallmark kind of BS. But no, that was totally different. It better not be, because I don't do those. So if she has a bone to pick with me, a real bone, then she would take her behind, click that link, and state her problem. Other than that,
click the link.
Stay in the chat. But yeah,
things get
misappropriated
or whatever.
Goodness gracious, especially with me, because it was the writing, it was the way it was worded, it was the way you said it. It was like. But if I'm telling you how the fuck I said it, then that's what I meant. I mean, just really get it. I'm not saying it to make you feel better about what the fuck I said. I said what the fuck I said. If you misinterpreted it, bitch, let me help you.
She says she can't. She's working.
Okay, it's okay. I still love you. It's all right. I'm just playing. But yeah.
That's okay. She'll snipe you later.
Right. Try. That's okay. I'm gonna call Jess and get on you. You gotta have a wife to get a wife in order. That's what the sister wives do. You gotta be like, hey. Yeah, I know you're playing, and I'm playing too. For those of you who like to take stuff and run with it, but yeah. What else? Oh yeah. Well, speaking of that whole thing, Sir King is a mess. Okay. He makes me laugh because he can't stop laughing about his nickname that he gave to Official D Spot.
Yeah.
And to hear him laugh, it makes me laugh, but it's funny. I just, that's funny. That is really funny.
Yeah, because when I heard that, I was like, okay.
Right.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be some
here
shit.
We go. Here we go.
It was winding up. It's gonna
right.
Be some
here
shit.
We go. But yeah, I mean, everything on YouTube is commentary, but some things, I don't think everything needs to be commentary. I think hurt people will divulge things. So, we gotta, what is the nickname? Go watch it. Go watch it. I know you're trying to get me to say it, but go watch it. That's what people are waiting for, because I just want, and that wouldn't be a pretty sight, because we don't want to go there with that one. But
we have enough foolishness last week.
Yeah. I'm trying to be foolishness free.
Look, we only got what, 2 weeks left?
That's it.
I don't know if I can take it. The shit gets
I'm trying to be foolishness free. And then again, I don't want people to say that I'm less of a man or not a real man because I'm entertaining or addressing someone who happens to be addressing me.
Or you're being messy.
Or I'm being messy, right? Or big time I'm being messy because somebody mentioned me that I wasn't mentioning. But yeah, it's me, all right, Mr. Messy. It just don't make no sense to me, and the fact that people believe it is the funny shit to me. Like, have I shown you messy? No. So how the fuck would you believe that if I haven't shown it to you? It'd be different if I showed it to you in front of your face. Then you'd be like, yeah, it's messy. But if I ain't showed it to you, what the fuck are you going off of? I could be messy in a positive way. Maybe that's what it is.
No, they just want to try to catch up.
Yeah, it's not
find out what you're doing, what you're even talking about.
Yeah, but I guess if it works for the people, messy alone. Yeah, I guess. I guess I'm really, really messy. I guess. I mean, I guess whatever. But a lot of things have, brought to my attention, like things that go, that's news. That's news. With all these things that have happened, that I was really like, it's a good thing that I trusted myself and did not go further with certain things or even meet people that, wanted to like meet up and meet. Cause that, I was like, okay, sure. Then I was just like, something was always very hesitant, and I'm very glad.
Oh, do you remember that one I told you about earlier last week that I was surprised that came up? Pedophile Muslim. He looks like a like a Muslim pedophile. You remember when I showed you that one earlier? And I was real surprised.
Yeah, no,
that blew me the fuck out the water.
No, see, I wasn't surprised about that one because bean pie. Okay, yeah, I know about. Okay, bean pie. So I wasn't surprised about bean pie because I already knew about bean pie. I knew about bean pie before bean pie was exposed. Bean pie, but I just never. Because
I was like, what?
I don't say anything. That's my thing. It's I don't.
When you keep it to yourself.
Yeah, there's no point in me saying it, and I'm not even gonna ask you about it because it's your business. If you feel like telling me, you'll tell me. If you don't tell me, trust me, I already know, and it's fine. But with that situation, I think it was just that not even skeet rags, but holy rag just brought it up as the person doxed bean pie over that, and it was just like, that's that's public. It's not. It's public. If you did that's the first thing that would pop up. So
like I said, when I looked at the article and I saw the date, I was like, God damn, this shit is old.
Right, and it's dirt old, but every time it pops up, it becomes a new situation for that.
Well, like because you have a whole new batch of people that have never heard it.
Yeah, or never seen it. Or
I was like, it was one of those mouth dropping moments. I was like, what?
No. See, my people had already sent me that like and I'm talking about my original people before I even really started doing content, was like, who you hanging around with? Oh no, did you see this? And I was like,
oh, you know, they couldn't wait. They probably couldn't wait to show it to you.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, okay. But I, me being me, it was like, it was nothing to tell because it's not my business. But I always knew. I knew from before because my people wanted to make sure that I did not go into something or be around something where I was not aware what everybody was into or doing or anything of that nature.
What was actually out there.
Right. Because when you have people that really care about you, they, let you do what you do because you enjoy doing it. But at the same time, they want to make sure that you're cool. And you're good. So,
but that was a mouth dropper. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. And the fact that you think that was okay was even more like,
well, I hope he had a Murray Dickmas because that's what he was looking for, a big one.
Yeah. I don't know. And then it always brings it, I think that too, people bring it back up because people always, especially here, people seem to forget the stuff that they've done or do and then want to act like, oh, I've never done nothing. I never, and it's just like
you've done it.
You've done some shit. You've done some shit.
And it's been recorded. Keep telling about recording shit.
That's it.
People
because if you think it's deleted, trust YouTube still got it.
YouTube still got it, and so does 50 other people.
Right. So
wait for your ass.
Anybody who feels like dragging your ass for that moment, if you involve yourself or you say,
they went down to the vault for that shit.
That's it. It takes nothing to dust something off. That's
and it can be found on the net because it took me less than a minute to find all of that.
All the articles. I was like, damn, I didn't read this one. Yeah. So it was
that's my hidden talent. I'll pull up some shit.
Yeah, it was definitely old, but I mean, and again, you can't fault people for utilizing stuff that is there when they
everything is fair game.
Yeah. That's why, it's just all about being mindful. If it's not, for me, if it's not your battle to fight, stay out of it. If it's not your battle to fight, if you're not trying to at least be constructive on one side or help or be hey, then just stay out of it. Because once you get involved in it, if you got some stuff, the dirt is going to,
that's on you. Because there will be some, and there may be some friendly fire.
Yeah. Or as people like to say, oh, it was just collateral damage. No, bitch, that's some bullshit. I didn't want to go against the person that really said some shit, so I'm gonna go after you because you're an easier target, and that's bullshit.
What they should do is when they think they want to get involved in something, just go ahead and dox yourself.
Yeah.
See what pops up.
See what pops up, right? Because it just serves no purpose. It really just serves no purpose.
Well, it did give me a good laugh because I was like, God damn, he looked like a pedophile and shit. God, it's kind of creepy. Okay.
Straight like Peabody. Straight Peabody vibes. But it is what it is. I don't know. It was really weird. Actually, I think that was it. That's it. That's all. That is it. That is all. But yeah, I think I'm gonna. We're not even at 2 hours. Look at that, and I'm still going. I think I'm done. Unless anybody has anything else they want to say. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns before I'm not telling you. Troy, go look at what was it? Is it Tofu Alley or Avatar Nation?
Tofu Alley.
From today. Okay. Early on.
He couldn't stop laughing.
He couldn't stop laughing about it. And it was funny. It's funny every time because it's the way he says it, and then it's his laugh that makes it funny. It is very funny, but I'm not gonna do that. We're cool, even though I don't particularly do the whole following thing. If you're too much of a follower, I can't really rock with it. But we are cool. I don't. I think as a person, as an individual, you should have your own, mindset on who you like and dislike, regardless of who that person likes or dislikes. Especially when you know a little bit more about the person than the other people. That's the part that's really kind of weird. And I think that's where the hurt came from. Now that I think about that, I think that's where the hurt came from. You can't be sharing intimate moments with people and then act like, you don't know them. It makes them feel unvalued. I don't know.
I tell you.
I wonder what the rest of this week is going to bring.
I don't know. I'm kind of afraid. It's getting kind of late.
God damn it. It's only Tuesday.
Yeah, it was getting kind of late. They'll be pulling out all the stops. Is there anything left?
There's plenty left because something always happens down to it happens down to the wire of New Year's Eve around here. Okay. So you never know what.
Need to be drinking.
Yeah.
La 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 and la.
But just again, continue to be safe though, guys, because the COVID has not left us. The C word has not left us, and so please make sure that you are still wearing your masks and stuff. And shout out to one of my good friends. She, her and her motorcycle club, they did a fundraiser for Toys for Tots, so that's where I was over the weekend. If you saw the pictures, so yeah,
I was like, oh, he went to a leather club.
No,
they gonna whip his ass. I want to see up in those sling, boy.
I am not into that type of stuff, but
there was a lot of leather there. A whole lot of
leather. That's because it was tons of motorcycle clubs from all over, and a lot of toys were brought in. Good. So that was always a plus. And that's good. That's nice to see.
She said she was going to question that.
You know what? See, no, you wasn't. But yeah, so
Tanari, when I saw all that leather, I was like, all these people are wearing black.
Yeah, shout out to Unchained Riders, and everybody who participated in the fundraiser for the Toys for Tots. That was really cool and awesome. And it's that season of giving. So if there is a charity that you watch or you support, this would be a good time to give a nice donation. You don't have to give everything. You can give a small donation. A small donation goes a long way. And during this time, a lot of people are still suffering or doing without. So
if it's just some kid in the neighborhood.
Right. Yeah, it could be just a kid in the neighborhood. Again, we don't have to always, we get so church kind of indoctrinated with this paying your tithes and all these other
you get what I give you, and if I ain't got it, you ain't getting it.
I mean, that's just pretty much it. And your tithes don't necessarily have to go to the church house. They could go to a family. It's all about giving, and giving that so you can be blessed in some way.
Yeah, now that's the one thing. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I will give gifts. Yeah, I don't want it. It just doesn't do it for me.
Right. I mean, like Joe Osteen, he should have gave a gift of that money in the wall to the person.
Oh, they were going to take that shit. That's what Joe was going to do. He couldn't do anything with those checks.
I think he stashed. I personally think he stashed.
I think they stashed it too.
Yeah, I think they stashed.
And I think he probably forgot about it. Sat there for so long.
Yeah,
and forgot about it
because he started making buku money. After doing the whole.
Well, it's always a good emergency fund. Something happens, pop off, and he needs to get out of the country real quick.
Yeah. And I think
he had to pay for an abortion for a side piece or something. You have to fly out now because he's down in Texas, right?
Yeah,
Texas.
Yeah,
he had to fly him out.
Yeah, Jesus, that's a mess.
So he figured he had to have some money. Had to cover it up. So money in the bank, literally.
in
the bank. But I did hear that they gave the plumber 20,000.
Well, but see, that's the thing. They only gave him money because it was such a backlash when it initially broke.
When he found it in the wall.
Yeah, because he was looking for Joel Osteen to say something right then and there. They said he hadn't even responded. He was going to the church just so he could possibly hear his name mentioned, and that's crazy.
And never said anything.
The mentality of the people in search for, and this is why I have an issue with the church and organized religion, is because you get these people all warped in their heads to the point where he found this money, and the only thing he was willing to do, all he wanted to do, was hear you say, "Thank you for finding it," or "Thank you for turning it in," or anything of that nature. And he could not bring himself to say it. For 2 Sundays, that man went to that church hoping that he would hear a word about the deed he done from his pastor, and couldn't.
And so he got the money he got the reward from Crime Stoppers.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Oh, Crime Stoppers.
You know what? They wouldn't have known about that, because by the time I'd have told the church, I'd have had me a couple of grand.
Right.
I just had to settle it between me and the Lord.
That's it. It would have just between me and God. I don't give a God. If God knows my heart, He knows this too.
He knew my pockets was empty. That's why he gave me that blessing. He rained down.
God blessed me right then and there at that moment. That's what He did. That was His blessing. He said it would runneth over. That toilet ran over, and so did that money.
That's right. He pointed me in the direction of the.
That's it. That's it. He said your cup would run it over. He didn't say what type of cup.
He said, "Now fill in your pockets, my child."
It just happened to be the cup of the toilet bowl.
That's right. Fill in your pockets and shut the hell up. Keep right on going.
Right. That toilet ranneth over, and so did his pockets. But he was trying to be the good person in the deal. Because I really want to know. The question is, where did the money come from? That's the real question.
Yeah.
That
Why is it in the walls?
Why is it in the wall of the church?
Them damn rats.
Right. Right. I mean, that's a whole green leaf. That's like a white green leaf thing going on. Because now I'm curious to know, why the hell was there money in the wall? Joel.
I tell you.
Joel,
that's a mega church for you. That's why he didn't want those people to come stay when they had that flood down there. That's why he didn't want them in that building.
Right, exactly. Now,
too many hands, they're gonna punch the hole in the wall.
He's probably got money stashed all over through the church. That's why
actually he was afraid all the people would have clogged that toilet. They'd have found that money sooner.
Right, that too. That's why they don't have dining functions at the church. Like, no, we can't eat here.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Hold everything out at the parking lot.
What'd you say? If you were a plumber, you would have never known. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's it. I would have patched that thing up and let whomever else was looking for the money for real, when they busted open to look for it, they would have never seen it.
I don't know, but my toolbox would have been full.
That's it.
Why are you laying your tools on out here? I'll be right back after get something else.
Actually, I'd have been like, you know what? God has blessed me, so I'm just thank the church for my time here and left. Okay, never to return again.
I'd have got the Holy Ghost.
That's it. That's it. Thank you, Lord. This has just been it. Or do like some people do, drop a little donation in the church bucket and they'll walk
right on out the door.
So and so gave a big donation of a good $10,000.
Yeah.
Well, God bless them. Yeah, I'm giving you some of your money back, but I'm taking the rest. I am taking the rest, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is
crazy.
But again, my question is: are the feds going to investigate where the money came from in the first place? That's going to be the interesting story.
I don't know. You think they'll hush it? You think they'll hush it up?
Well, that's a lot of money. Usually, anything more than $10,000, it's instantly a federal investigation. So, I am curious to know if the feds are going to pick this up.
We know you would have said that, Melissa.
Right. Fuck you and goodbye.
Sure would have.
And I wonder, not even that, even the money that he got from Crime Stoppers, but did the church actually pay him for the work first? That too.
Oh yeah.
You know how?
I wonder if they gave him extra to hush it up though, because he just happened to be. I believe he was calling in on a radio show, and they would
yeah, I think that's how it happened. And he told it.
And he probably didn't even think it was going to go anywhere, and nobody was going to pay him any attention.
But I don't know how you would think that. You go to one of the mega churches, you go to the mega church in that area. Of course they're going to, anything involving him, since he did that whole, I don't want nobody in the sanctuary, but there are people outside suffering. This building has not been damaged. Has everything working?
Up on the hill. What wasn't even water in the parking lot.
Right. Like you can't pay to have people clean it after these people have left. I mean, I still don't even understand the logic and as if you're the steward of God's house.
No, you're the steward trying to keep that goddamn money. That's
right. It's just crazy. It really is crazy. That's why I can't do it. I cannot do religion like that.
It's crazy. It's crazy how religion has really. Well, it's always been like that to a point, but it's just so grand now because they can see that it's a big money grab.
Yeah, for me, ever since, and I know people are gonna be like, no, that's not necessarily true, but for me, it just looks like ever since Mayonnaise realized they can make some money on the other side from the organizational kind of gathering together of the Black folks, that they were really, hey, we can make big coins if we can do a mega church. You can be on TV, and people were just like, really? And, then of course, once they were able to put some of our faces out there, then they were able to just take over and, have their own networks. And then basically just, so you got a couple of them, but there's a lot more of them still walking around and saying certain stuff that you'd be like, that was kind of racist.
Kinda. Not only that, what you doing with that? What you doing with that prostitute? He was working out them demons on your ass, wasn't he?
Right. Mostly male prostitutes at that. Yeah, kind of crazy. But anyway, yeah, okay. I think I'm done now.
You good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. You got it all out.
I got it all out.
You don't have any rants?
No, I don't think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys are my therapy. I swear, you guys are my therapy.
Like I said, you got to do that segment called the therapy. The therapy session,
Norbit.
boy.
I'd be like Norbit. I'd be like Tuesday, and then Tuesday comes, and I'd be like, "Ooh," and I could go through the rest of the week. Like, whatever. Unless I'm really, mentioned where I'll be like, now wait a minute, where did this come from? How I get involved in this? What I do now? I didn't do nothing.
Oh, if you get a midday report.
Yeah, right.
Like, what's going on?
Early morning report. Like, do you sleep?
No, evidently a lot of these people don't.
No, I noticed. I've been getting them early.
It's like, what are you doing?
Did you go look at this one? No, I don't think I am. But you should watch it.
Like, why?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, why sometimes. But no, just sometimes I feel like certain things need to be addressed because, I ain't no punk bitch. And I don't want you to think
that. You check it from the beginning and and that
way
move
on. Yeah.
I don't want later on. Because it's going to pop back up because everybody's going to be talking about it and everybody's going to be questioning about it.
Right.
So
are you going to address it? Are you going to address it? Are you going to say something? It's like, I will in my own time. You're not going to force me to do it.
Yeah. How many emails you get?
Right. I'm going to go through my proper channels and say, listen, yeah, this may happen today. Other than that, I really don't,
And I'd be like, what? I heard that one.
It's a whole different space over here. And I enjoy that. I enjoy that everybody comes, we have a little moments where we, talk about real stuff. And then we can talk about some of the stuff that we've seen. I don't watch, again, everything or everybody, or some things I'll, breeze through. I don't really get really in depth. But certain things, and it's like, oh, that was good. That was a good word. Like, even Pastor Nate, his morning nuggets, I say it all the time. He talks about a lot of things that happen on these YouTube streets, but in a way where he brings the word in it and puts a different spin on it.
And it's amazing how he does that.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Like, if you really sit and follow it, you're like, oh, that was creative. And it makes it, you get to see maybe a point of view that originally was negative in a positive viewpoint.
Yeah.
To where, like, you may not have liked the delivery or what the person said, but what the person was trying to convey is been conveyed.
Damn, Melissa, she is funny as hell.
She is.
Mm-hmm. That's right, with kid gloves.
Kid gloves. Sometimes you got to keep them gloves on because you don't want shit on your hands because shit stank. Shit stank.
Because if you want to find shit, it's definitely here.
Oh, it's all over the place.
It is definitely here.
You can't trust nobody. You can't be talking to folks, people talking to folks and just doing other things. And you just like, there, God, thank you for dodging
that bullet.
Yeah.
I used to say that prayer a lot. So I might even go to church today, drop something on the plate. No.
Right. Like I'm feeling like, oh, I need to go to the church play and be like, here's some money. Because you almost had me.
Oh yeah, and you never realize it until
everything
plays out.
But see, that's the thing, and that's why people always get mad. Like, oh, you're always so nonchalant. You're always like kind of not engaged. I like to sit back because if you sit back long enough, shit will just like blah, 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 and you be like,
and it will come.
That's what I was patient for. That's what I waited for.
That's right. Stay clear of the mess.
Yeah, just because it was just like something ain't sitting. You know, I don't know what it is because I didn't know what it was, but
Lord, when it finally came out,
right, Lord, when it finally came out, I was like doing the math in my head, like, well, that was the same time. Okay, okay, all right, yeah, all right. And then it all clicked, all the humbleness and the after. It was like, yeah. Because of course now, if other people wanted to be like, it would really crank some stuff up. So I was just like,
Lord knows. Yeah. Well, there's always a weekend. There's always more time.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. But
like I say every week, I turn this shit off. It just amazes me how when I click it back on, it's like it's all sitting there waiting for you.
Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like and it really is. It really, really is. That's the sad part. It's like you can click it off and instantly you get back on. It's like, well, what you might have missed, and it chronologues it to where you like look, and you watch enough of it, you're caught right back up to be like, oh, okay, I get it now. Put that church finger
real high.
Yeah. You know, and sometimes you have to just like kind of release, like let it go and walk away and come back to it. Too much negativity all the time. It starts to affect you.
Yeah, even in this virtual space.
Yeah. I mean, granted, this thing, you know, it's real, but it's not real to the extent of human interaction face to face. It's, you know, the kind of virtual interaction that we have. And people get, you know, you get caught up in that. You fiend off of it.
Yeah.
So much so that you start really making up shit about people.
Yeah. Know? I mean, and these are people you don't know. That's what kills me. And it's like such a visceral effect that it has on you.
Yeah, it does. And
I'm like, oh man.
And the fact that people could really just say anything and people believe it. And it's just like, how you believe that? How do you believe that?
They're 5 states away.
Yep. Sometimes only a couple minutes or hours away, but still it'd be like.
No, but like I tell you, this is like ground zero here. I was like, damn, I didn't know so many motherfuckers are so close.
What? People hit me up talking about something. Oh, I know where that is. That's right where I used to live. I was right around the corner. Like, thank God you did not go. Because I don't know. I personally yet, and I'm knocking on wood, I have not met anybody outside other than my nieces and, you know, godchildren being dumb, yelling out when we're out somewhere. I can't answer any question. But I have not, dear God, been in public and somebody goes, is that you, Cap? To be like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably be like, huh?
Be terrified, boy.
Right. Because I'm that way when people, you know, naturally call me, who the hell is calling me? Who the hell knows me? So I can just imagine how I would be if that happens. But no, that hasn't happened yet, and I'm not, you know, not in no rush. But Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't know how I would, but yeah, it was interesting to see all the responses I got. That people were like, oh, I know what that is, and I used to go there, and I'm like, I go there all the time. I don't always tell people that I'm there, or post where I'm at, and that's another reason why I don't really post. It's not a sense of me not letting people know where I am, but it's just kind of detaching my actual life from this. Like, this is a part of my life, but it's a different part. It's not.
Oh, hell no! You don't want nobody creeping up on your ass. So that
too. I don't need you creeping up,
it might be dangerous. Like I tell you, man,
creeping up,
that's the awkward ass feeling. You have somebody recognize you, or
not even, or taking a sneaky photo. You know what I'm saying? Or taking one of them. Like, I got him. Like, say something.
Like the one in the airport.
Yeah, like say something.
That was crazy. Like, what, in the airport?
Yeah, don't just do that. Say something. Say hello. Say something to the person, so that way they they acknowledge you. And hey, if you want to take a picture, take a picture. But all that kind of like, I got him. It's very weird.
Then it's popping up all over the place. Like, where was this taken at? And it's like, God damn it. Shit.
Right. So I don't know.
Especially knowing how these.
Yeah, I just hope
a lot of these nuts, man. A whole lot of nuts.
Yeah, I just hope we learn better. And then even with the situation that it happened, even with VS's situation, it's just like, that is an invitation sometimes for the worst of people and things to show up. So be mindful of people's space, and there's no need to kind of make a scene out of everything, or everything got to be part of like kind of YouTube drama. Like, granted, it's interesting in the sense where it's like watching Ratchet TV, but but it doesn't have to be so outlandish to where violence is really taking place, because it's not like a scripted TV show. There are no security guards in the background.
Nobody says cut.
To really break this up. And nobody director is saying, all right, cut the scene, to then go back to a more calmer scene. And, this is real life.
You go back to your trailer.
Real consequences. Right.
and sit down.
Right.
And throw back a couple. No. Then we'll call you when we're ready for you. That type of thing.
No, this is
where you go to jail. If they could figure out how to bottle this foolishness up and put it out there
and really sell it, they can really make some money.
They can make some money, because it is so full of shit.
It is so full of a lot of people,
and it doesn't even have to be over here. It could be over in the makeup section. In the makeup section,
it's a lot of places.
They all do the same thing.
They all do it. They all do it.
Why are you arguing? It's only eyeliner. God damn. So and so they fuss over somebody's palette. I didn't know what the fucking palette was for makeup.
No clue. No clue whatsoever. What she say? PG County. Oh, okay. Never knew that. So I wouldn't call you out in public. Yeah, like, right. Don't. I'd be like, even people would be like, "Oh, excuse me." Like, I wouldn't mind that, but I definitely would be really weirded out if it was.
I was gonna say no. That would totally freak me out.
Yeah. Because then every time I go out now, I'll be like, "Are you? Are you the people?" Real quick before this gets anything crazy, because I just want to make sure I'm very clear. I did in my earlier when I was talking about I did reach out to Brianna Simone and just basically said, hey, I don't have an issue with you, and moving forward, if in fact you hear something or heard something or whatever, I'm open for you to say, hey, I heard this, do you mind whatever. And she was, she appreciated it. And, she said she should have done that the first time. which I mean, I understand. I get it, whatever. But that, in saying that, I say this to close that get to know people for yourself. Get to know people for yourself. Have an understanding of people for your own. If you don't like somebody, not like them for yourself, not because someone is demanding that you don't in order to sit with the group. And we're not going to like everybody, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to like everybody. Everybody's not going to like us. So the fuck what? It's life. You're not here for everybody to like you. You're here to do whatever job you are here to do until it's your time to go. That's it. So don't get caught up in wanting acceptance from people who really don't have a life, that this is their whole life. Outside of this, they have no life.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's it. That is my parting word. That you can be constructive and adult and positive and a little messy or whatever it is you want to call it, and still just be an adult about it. You don't have to be this full person, this persona that you put forth, where nothing positive ever comes from you. Everything is always negative. Everything is always something derogatory.
Because some of them are really extra.
Because again, it's a reflection on you. You know what I'm saying? It's a reflection on you. As much as you try to throw that on somebody else, it is coming back to you wholeheartedly, because time and time again, it is the person or the people that you're throwing it out at to accuse them of being that way. They're constantly coming back that it's not at all what you're saying. So then you're looked at like, well, damn, can I believe anything that you say? At this point, you lying about a whole bunch of other things too, possibly. So, you know, you got to be mindful. Remember my theory? Right. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, I've said that too. I agree with you when you said it in your chat that he antagonized that whole thing, and he act like he didn't do nothing about it. And I don't dislike the man, but I always have a kind of when people say, oh, you should do a collaboration, or you should do something, because I can't trust that, because I watched it. I watched everybody's channel at that time as that thing was going down. And that's exactly what he did. She went up there, she was on his thing and said that she sent VS a request or some information about some furniture she wanted to get rid of, and VS ignored her. And then she went back and said, well, I know where it is at. Should I go? And yeah, you should go. 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 And then when, the situation happened, and then people were talking about people possibly being asked by law enforcement about what happened, or if anybody, then people start, I ain't seen it. I ain't say nothing. I stop it. And it's just like, you can't antagonize stuff, and then when it gets to that point, then act like you didn't have nothing to do with it. Again, it's all about taking accountability. I mean, I salute the brother on making the change, and as people say, doing something different, and he seems to be growing, which again is great. But at the same time, things like that can't be erased either, no matter how much you try to act like you didn't do it. At least until you acknowledge that, that's the role you played in the situation, then you can truly move on. But you can't move on if you won't acknowledge it. So again, it's all about growth. That's it. It's all about growth. So grow up. And that's for a lot of people. That's a
blanket message, huh?
Yeah, it is. This is just a blanket message. It's time to grow up. It really is. It's time to grow up. It's time for even some of our older people to use more whiz and less dumb, and really
no. Well, God makes all kinds.
and really, do something about that. I mean, I get so kind of when I hear of older people involved in mess, or and I get it. You have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. It is what it is. This is what it is. But with your opinion or with your negative kind of critiques, or always having something negative to say, you should have something positive in there to say as well. Everything shouldn't be about dragging or some mess, because then when you are then dragged, then it becomes, oh, well, I'm old, and don't do this to the old person and they're elderly, and how you do this to your
They do sound kind of foolish.
Yeah, you sound a little dumb, because none of that talk is given when you're talking about somebody's limp penis being exposed or somebody's sweaty booty hole being exposed. You don't talk about how old you are and how it's insensitive for your elderly eyes to see something like that. No, you all in it talking about, you see this picture? Look at this booty hole. Look, I mean, come on. Like, are you really looking at it because you're looking at it, or are you looking at it because you're looking at it? I mean, hello.
They was looking at it.
I'm just saying.
It ain't every day you see one. That's not the 2D.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And that's the reality of it. As much as
life pumping through it, even though it ain't that kind of life you're looking for.
Right. This is what I'm saying. The reality is, and as much as people don't try to not talk about it, most of these people don't really have that kind of interaction. So they don't get to see a
real live
penis just flip out on TV. So or on their screens or whatever. So yeah, they all,
let alone you can have interaction with the person.
That's it, right?
Because they're sure not going to pay. Not going to pay to go over to Pornhub.
Exactly.
And get in one of those chats and have to be dropping money or something in there.
Right.
Not booty hole. Yeah, I done seen enough booty hole. And other parts.
I haven't seen enough booty hole for all of 2021, 2, and 3.
I am done with it.
I am good. I am
dry
good.
Ass.
At this point, please refrain from showing any more private parts. Because the next move for you to do is just making OnlyFans. That way people can pay whatever the fee is, and you can do that all day long, and you can get paid, and you don't have to worry about your channel getting shut.
That's right. Go right on ahead.
Yeah.
They made it legal. You can smoke weed, you can buy weed at the store, and now you can show your ass for free.
Your booty hole could be wet, it could be soiled, it could be moiled, it could be
there's always a market.
There's always a market. I mean, hey. Some people like dirty draws. Some people into that shit, literally and figuratively.
Spare me. Spare me.
Spare me everything. I just
a lot of these people, I don't want to see nothing.
They don't even want to see nothing. Some of them don't even show themselves. And then, can you imagine some people literally? Can you really imagine some of these people naked? Ew. I mean, seriously. Ew, I could not imagine a lot of these people naked. Nah, I'll pass. Look,
it ain't got to be tight. It just has to be recognizable.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. There's no way.
That's right. They need Duke's moisturizer, girl. That's right. Pimp yourself, girl. Pimp yourself. I keep telling you. That's right.
Some of the people, I could not see themselves getting lathered up. Can you just picture? Nah. Hell no.
Popping out teeth and everything else.
Yes, teeth popping out. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people are pretty without their teeth. Like Miss Tita. She's very pretty, even without her teeth. But some people, keep your teeth in, Keep him in. Keep him in. Like Tim Blaine.
But you know what it is?
I'm glad it works.
With her, it's her personality.
Yeah.
It's her personality comes through.
Yeah.
And I think if we didn't have so many negative experiences with a lot of these other people, then it wouldn't even be an issue. Yeah. But their personalities are so bad.
Yeah.
Or what they show us.
What they show us. Yeah. I was about to say what they show us. What they show us because they feel like that's the it thing. That's the, this is just the character I'm showing. But yeah, eventually though, your real character shows through the character you're trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? Like your real character show, especially, where the real character shows up when you get to know all of the behind the scenes. Like if somebody says, "Oh, well, this is said behind the scenes about so and so," it's like, are you really going around telling people bullshit? Like, are you really saying this? Is this really happening? Like, wow. And people go, "Well, stay off the phone, stay off the phone, stay off the phones." No. Stay off the phone with the messy motherfucker. That's what you need to do. Stay off the phone with the negative motherfucker. If they constantly all they have is negativity, hang the fucking phone up. If it's nothing constructive and it's always about somebody else or somebody that they done stayed up all night and watched go from channel to channel while they couldn't sleep, and they was over in this chat. And then they was over in this chat. And then they was over in this chat. Yo, get a fucking life.
Yeah, because eventually you will become content.
That's it.
You don't even have to do anything. You will become content.
You don't even gotta say nothing. A lot of times I ain't even said shit. It's just like, really? I wasn't even talking about you. though. Okay. Yeah, great. Get you some of these. A lot of y'all need to get some sleep. I was one of them. Oh, you can't see it because of the thingy.
What's the color?
Yeah, well, it's the blue because you're not gonna see it because it's blue.
We can't even see the
gummies.
Which ones are those?
They are the yeah, whatever, the Ashwana voodoo.
Oh yeah, I had those. They good as shit.
They are.
If you like me, I'm a sugar freak.
Oh my gosh, I'll be laid out.
Like, oh, they so fucking good. They are good. I was like, that's the ones I was telling you. I can't eat that shit. I can't have gummies because I'll eat it like candy.
Yeah,
then
me
I'm
too.
in the OD on it. Ashwagandha.
Yeah, ashwagandha. Yeah, these help me sleep like nobody's business. And I'm already down to like, yeah, it's low.
They always sending me a certain percentage off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, they're really good. So I just that's
those are better than the regular ones.
Yeah. I make sure I disconnect and really go to sleep. But yeah, like I said, some people without their teeth. I'm glad that Tim Blaine has a good polydent grip on his, because the way he be hollering and screaming, I'll be looking for them teeth to fall out like that preacher was doing, and his teeth fell out and went rolling.
Yeah, and he picked them up.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, some of these people, majority of these people, I don't want to see naked. And I don't want to see you naked. I don't want to see you any cuts or slits in your clothing because that's not attractive either. But I know some of you can't help it because you either choked to death if you didn't cut an air hole in your clothing. But yeah, that is my Christmas wish. That
Well, you have a big wish list.
Yes, I do. I always do. I mean, whether it all comes true is a different story. But I'm just so hopeful. Speak it into existence. Throw it out there in the atmosphere. But yeah, so that is my parting words. Rico, get OnlyFans. Stop showing your ass on here.
Yeah, for free. Stop doing it for free.
Right. For free and clownery. For free and clownery. Because you cannot be mad or sad or feel some type of way because people are teasing you about the stuff that you are putting out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna put it out there, make them bitches pay for it. If they're gonna clown you, you're gonna pay for it to clown you. Because then they'll look like the clown because they gotta pay however much it is a month to see you whip out whatever it is that you whip out when you do it. And that's just it. Other than that, leave that shit alone.
Because you're gonna keep showing it for free, What's the point?
Yeah, what's the point of getting mad? You know what I'm saying?
Put it like this: you need some cigarette money and some Keystone. Was it Keystone malt liquor?
Right. Some netty.
You need some beer money, some pocket change or something. So you have all that. You have all that equipment there. You don't have to have nobody else in there. Why are you looking like that?
Because you said all that equipment.
All that equipment. Look. You can get an eye. Look. I done seen people do it. You get a goddamn iPhone and they're directors. Okay.
I can't. I know what you meant, but I was just, I have my own equipment. I'm not an equipment.
No, but you got all that equipment there.
Yeah,
you got a green screen,
right?
You got a bed. Just make
sure
you clean that room up,
right?
Because that's all they have in those chats.
That's it. Clean the room up.
Clean the room up, and just go to town and get paid for it.
That's it. Make it work.
Get paid for it.
Right. Make it work. Work it. Don't let it work you. That's all I can say about that.
Because you're gonna keep showing it for free and not monetize it.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, they can't clown you when you really making real money off it. What they gonna clown
especially
you
when
for?
they pay when they're
paying for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When they're paying to see it and then gonna report on it, like, but
use it to your advantage. You're obviously comfortable.
Yeah.
With showing yourself.
Right. That's like a lot of
have no problem with it.
The people's like other things talking about they over it and so talking about me. How would you know if you're not over there? So you paying to listen to them talk about you. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
At least you put some money away until you get yourself together.
Right.
Old school red light.
Something. Jeez Louise.
You up kind of late, aren't you, Melissa?
I know, but I appreciate it. Miss Scott being up late, hanging out. You know, you be bad. Lemon's over here hanging out. Thank you very much for popping through, Lemon. With your turn up. You guys are crazy. But I know you guys took a little hiatus there for a second. Hey, Pink, thank you for coming. As I scroll through to see everybody, of course, Patty Duke, Tanari, of course, as you're working. And thanks everybody for coming through. Troy Allen, Pastor McNeil. Thank you for coming through, Pastor. Appreciate you. And thank you for the message too. It was thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, everybody else, all the other content creators, thank you for coming out and chilling out with us again for another episode of Politics and Wellness. We will be having one right before the Christmas holiday. If anything changes, of course, I will let you know. But it won't be, we'll be light and it'll be a lot of stuff to talk about because I'm sure it'll be some stuff that be done happen from now till Tuesday. And yeah, that's just it. Again,
the holiday edition.
Yeah, for the real quick ones, the ones in the back that was a little late. We've already discussed the news. We've already discussed that Phi Babe and QB will not be going to Baltimore to witness the case of Rita, the baddest roaster. How she say, Negra. But everybody down there sounds like that, so I didn't really.
Yeah.
They all sound like that. That's like she's not. I mean, she's unique in what she does, but as far as unique, as in, I know someone who sounds like her, who acts like her. I do because they're just down there like that. Yeah, but I would not be surprised if she's related to my. I still got to find that out because she looks like. Or one of my cousins.
Looks familiar, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you better ask. You'd be surprised if you get out here.
I know. It'd be like, oh, that's my aunt so-and-so. Oh, please don't tell her. I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, maybe it's best you don't say anything.
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I whatever outcome, I wish, of course, blessings on whatever it is to come out of the situation, that everybody comes out clearer understanding of what to do, what not to do, and we can get to a place of a respectful medium. You know, I ain't gotta like you, you ain't gotta like me, but we don't have to be certain ways to each other. And it's a lesson we need to all learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, if it's entertainment, or if it's just for entertainment, then let it be just that. All that extra shit with doxing and inviting the law enforcement and all that, that's not entertaining. That's you trying to take down somebody's life or trying to disrupt their way of life. And that part is a problem. So.
Okay. Can we go now? I gotta go.
Yes. Yes, we can. All right, guys.
Yeah, because we 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Look at you. Oh, now you want to talk about somebody. Okay. All right. Anyway, everybody have a great night.
Everybody take care.
Please be safe. And until next time, peace.